Ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode of J Walker Buzz, where we talk to amazing people, we talk about amazing things, we talk about amazing developments, and of course, we talk about the culture, the Caribbean culture, Jamaican culture, reggae culture. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest today, a truly special guest. Somebody I was blessed to have been born kind of in the same age range, and blessed that when I went to college, he and his siblings made, I would say, the soundtrack of my college years. You know, the one and only Dr. David Marley. You may not know him as David, but I know you know him as Ziggy Marley, the one that was the head of the Melody Maker band, one that has done a solo career. He is an author, he's an actor, 8-time Grammy winner. We won't even try to go through all of the awards. And just the fact, once again, I said I was in his age grade, and I used to look and wonder the amount of expectations on his shoulder and the fact that he handled it so well. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Ziggy Marley.
Yeah. Well. You have a nice, man. Good to be with you. Finally, face to face almost.
And Ziggy is saying finally because there's a lot of technical difficulties, and I want to say big respect to Ziggy and his team, Michelle and Zach, because they had patience and grace. Thank you very much for being so graceful and patient with us. And out there, let the people them know. Only thing I will have Ziggy up for is that you went to George's, because I went to Wilma's, Crossroads Rivalry. That's it. Nothing else. Thank you. All right, let's start things off. Ziggy, of course, you are a constant creative. I don't think there's a moment in your life that I know of where you weren't doing something, whether it be performing, making music, writing something, being part of a TV show, whatever, voicing. You have always been a creative in some form or fashion. Yeah. Right about now, you're about to go on a tour. Yeah. Please tell us a bit about that. Please, the circle of peace, which is interesting considering we're in a time of turmoil. But yes.
Yeah, the Circle of Peace tour. We're doing a little small tour in America here. For a little, start May 24th. Finish about, let me see, July. So just a little run for just put some positive energy out there, some peaceful vibes, some loving vibes. Because the people lacking that energy right now. So we just want to try make sure the spirit of that, the power of love and the spirit of love is out there, giving the people some energy,
No, I'm going to ask you more about the One Love movie later, but right about now, just referencing the movie, which showed very clear, both your mother and your father were serious about using their platforms in a manner where, you're pushing for peace and you're pushing for unity and love, like you just said.
Yeah.
And we can talk about how that worked out, during the time, the 70s and 80s and so on. But in terms of now, as you are pushing these themes, how is your words of love and your music, you think, have been impacting people? Because this is a time of turmoil, big time.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, you have to put it out there, because you really don't have a choice. I mean, people will respond to me, or, when you go to concerts and things like that, or, people over the social media, people picking up on that energy, because them need that. We all need that voice in our head, because we have so much other voices are pushed, so much negativity, so much, so much things will keep it down instead of lift it up. And so people appreciate that there's some light out there somewhere shining. Every now and again you can see a light, give people the hope and the positive energy for continue for trying to be better people, better society, better community, better world,
And as you go on this tour, by the way, if you remember, there's a lot of West Coast. I do know there's a couple of East Coast cities. New Jersey gets lucky. Where we are, Florida and Georgia don't get too lucky, but it's okay. It's okay.
When I get lucky later in the year, man.
There we go. the conversation, and we're the audience. We enjoy the music. We sing the anthems and so on. But do you see some kind of evolution from your song to people actually operating in a manner of peace, which means operating in justice? Like it is true you can't have peace without justice, right? So how do you? I guess I'm asking the question.
You can't say it the other way. You can't have justice without peace, because if you have no peace, so you're gonna find justice. It's just war. So you need peace to find justice. You have to first come to a peaceful situation. Then we can reason upon the just. Then we can say, hey, this wrong, this right. But if we just fight each other, then there will never be justice. It will just be war and bloodshed all the time. So peace is an important part of the negotiation for justice. The reason with justice, and that's why most movement, you find like Martin Luther King and them man Jr., even Nelson Mandela after a while, you find say that peace movement, them go for find justice true. Not through a violent move, not just saying justice, but say we're gonna seek this thing in a peaceful way.
Right.
So yeah.
So now I was asking the question. No, you have been involved in asking for peace from your high school. Yeah, how from what you see, do you see some droplets of progress, or is it kind of frustrating? I mean,
we want peace, justice, equality. But you see the problem we have right now is we have leaders who have the right spiritual mentality, or the mentality for really lead the people in that direction. So the people want it, but the people need the leadership feet, and we have to do our part. But hopefully enough people wake up, or is waking up, or have woken up, but very quiet. It's like you call them the quiet majority. We're very quiet. We don't make so much noise like the people who want war. Like our voice don't get not go up on the news.
Right.
Our voice don't up on the news. No, only the people who shout and attack wickedness up on the news. Get the highlight. Up on the most views. Some of the wickedest things sometimes. So you saw the system set up the way they really, but the people want it. The people want love. The people want peace. I don't want to wear that. I just have a problem with leadership still, But we speak to the people, and the people want love, because the people know that is a way to prosperity. Because obviously the direction we're going, it can't work. This direction can't work. There's no way it can work. There's no way upon earth this can work for people. There's no way.
Although with social media, we do get some noise of people wanting peace, like these students and so on, young people talking they want peace, no matter what. So, like you say, the majority of the noise comes from the powerful who want war, but we are getting some one and two, and definitely your voice calling for peace. So, that being said, tell us about the song "Circle of Peace," which is the whole catalyst for this tour.
Yeah, well, the song say only the willing can see them dreams, right? So we find the ones who want start war and start hate and kill innocent people and children, them willing for do for them thing, them more than willing for achieve for them goal. The man who sell all the gun them, the man them who preach all the hate, all the religion and the politics. They are willing to achieve their goal, which is what? What is their goal? Well, we'll see what them goal is, because we live in that. This is them want to divide way and rule way and just have power, absolute power over win that way. And power, mental power too, where we're just living on the negative energy. So, I mean, we just have to get out of that really. I mean, it's not really that complicated for me to explain a whole heap of things, because everyone's supposed to have some loving in them heart, man. We have to decide we have to really make a decision for how to treat one another. We have to figure out how to treat one another. It's simple, really.
Simple. By the way, Circle of Peace, I guess later on there'll be an album around it that we'll be able to get the fullness of a full repertoire of music.
No, I mean, we might put out a live album, but the Circle of Peace thing is a song that was... Which album that is upon? Rebellion Rises. That was on the album Rebellion Rises. So, yeah, no, maybe a live album. But the tour is just forget we out there in front of the people, I'm right. Put the energy out there, yeah.
Good. All right, now, this year, Let's be real. When it comes to anything reggae, anything cultural, the big topic of conversation was one love.
Yeah.
And there are many layers. First of all, well done.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I love the fact that you used Auntie Faye and the Yui crew to work with the accents. Because I got to interview Kingsley Benedict, and I said to him like this, and full transparency, I'm not gonna pretend in front of you. I said to him, you didn't necessarily get the patois on point, but what you did is you mimicked Bob, like you cut it. And I said it repeatedly. Anybody can go back and my videos. I say Hollywood big studios have never done a good job when it comes to the Jamaican accent. Never. This time around, Paramount, working with Ziggy Marley, gave us what works. You understand?
Yeah.
Totally appreciated hearing Skip all the way throughout. Took me back to the 70s immediately. Seeing football, I felt like I was back in the 70s in Jamaica. The good and the bad. And I don't know if anybody has told you, the scene with Air Jamaica, you could just see the tears.
Yeah.
You knew who the Jamaicans were in the crowd. They saw it coming down them face. Like
Let's see the Air Jamaica,